pretty incredible sitting here watching Bitcoin approach $100,000. Whether or not it happens on this live stream, I don't know. I might have to change the title of the video mid live stream if it happens. But Bitcoin approaching $100,000. ADA approaching $1. XRP just going crazy. XRP doing XRP things, and other altcoins just either preparing or getting the move started. Crypto right now is absolutely on fire. And if you're enjoying that, please smash the like button on the way in and subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and turn those notifications on, because I really think we're just getting started. So let's jump in the video. I have so many tabs open. I'm almost worried my computer's just going to shut down. I want to start here with a thought. This is just something I posted a little bit ago, because this is what I'm seeing. And if you see it, let me know in the comments. If I'm crazy, let me know. But I just said, first, there isn't much hype here. I'm on X. I don't know if you're on X or not, but the sentiment, I've been in previous, even less bull cycle. Comparison now in terms of euphoria and hype, there's not much hype. I just don't see it. Maybe it's the algorithms. I don't know. And second, the little hype that does exist is confined to our bubble. It's confined to literally the people that, I feel like I've been hanging out with on X over the years on through the bear market, right? And many of you, part of that story. So props to you, little pound, if you made it through the bear market. But those are the people I see hype from. I don't see this massive influx. And even from my stats, definitely on the rise in terms of views, subscribers on YouTube. It's definitely starting to increase compared to bear market data, but it's not less bull market data yet. The masses have no clue how bullish things are for crypto right now. Crypto really is just waking up. And I just wanted to start with that, because that's where my head's at right now as we kind of are tracking markets. Things are getting, I think, overheated on the short term. There's probably going to be a big dip. I thought it, and this happens often. I think a big dip is coming. It goes higher, and then it finally comes. It's usually, I'm always a little bit late. Or I'm always a little bit early, whether I'm looking for a pump or I'm looking for a dip. I'm always a little bit early. That's probably because I'm a little bit cautious. I'm a cautious person. Bitcoin approaches $100,000 on optimism over Trump crypto plans. So I'm just going to go over just a couple pieces of news, and then I'm going to look into altcoins and altcoin season, Bitcoin dominance. And then I want to look at Bitcoin charts. I want to look at Cardano charts. I want to look at XRP charts and maybe some others. If you're all out there in the comments, we can kind of maybe just bounce around a little bit towards the end of the video. But this is something that is two things. Number one, driving a lot of optimism, a lot of bullishness. Once Trump got elected, right? Once he won, massive shift in the markets. Did you see it? And it was almost from a perfect timing perspective. Like altcoin season historically, right after elections is when it starts. And Trump winning was a huge catalyst. I really think that. But these are just the headlines starting. Trump's not even in office yet. It's not even the end of 2024 yet. Strategic Bitcoin reserve set to be created. President-elect Donald Trump's transition team reportedly set to implement the establishment of a national strategic Bitcoin reserve. Here's what I wanted to mention. At the center of this development is the formation of a crypto advisory council to revise U.S. policy on digital assets. I just imagine like all of the leaders in the crypto space, they are fighting for a spot on this council, on this advisory council. And I just want to say, like, once there's like a really firm council and the big names, and we've seen with Charles kind of the news about him advising the administration, right? Once there is confirmed names in the council, I wonder how it's going to affect the projects if some of these names are coming from certain projects. I'm very curious to see what that does. That's a brand new dynamic we've never seen before. So I'm incredibly curious about that. As Bitcoin, and if you're in the chats, I do glance over at the chats a little bit. If I'm not on the Bitcoin charts, and I don't know if it's going to make the move, if we're looking at this, we're not even, look at this. We're not even 1% away. This could happen just in seconds. I'm live streaming, so I doubt it's going to happen while I'm live streaming. It's usually just not the way it works, everybody. But if it does, please just in the comments, just hit 100K so I can go to the Bitcoin charts. I don't want to miss that. But what I do want to say is, man, this is a video from me, and I'm not going to press play, but this is 2018 at the bear market low, $3,500. So as a content creator, everybody, please realize how hype I am right now. Crypto holders are hype for obvious reasons, especially if you've been here over the years, over the cycles. But tracking the volatility, the roller coaster ride, and you see it, this is all the way back then. The speculation of the 2020 bull market, and then the bear market we just survived, and now the incoming bull market. The fact that this is playing out like this is incredible to me. But the fact that we went from around $3,500 to right now, I'm live streaming and we're talking about $100,000 being less than 1% away. It's just really exciting, everybody. So let's check this out. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, then we're going to get into the altcoin stuff. This is Hunter over here. He's from Bitwise. He said, Charles Schwab, CEO, I've not bought crypto. Now I feel silly. And they're saying, we will get into spot crypto. There's a lot of things that we're waiting to happen, right? These things aren't even happening yet. And to give you some context, just check this out real quick. This is $7 trillion asset manager Schwab.
We also would like to directly offer crypto and Schwabize the crypto market, which is to take a lot of the spread and the commissions out of the crypto area to create a better deal for clients. We've been waiting on a change in the regulatory environment in order to do that, and we're confident that we think that will come in short order. So
a change in the regulatory environment, everybody. It is here. It is in fact here. Gensler resigning yesterday. There was a massive shift in crypto, and we have headlines like this. $7 trillion asset manager Schwab plans to get into spot crypto. This doesn't say like spot Bitcoin. This is spot crypto. Do you know how bullish this is for all of crypto? And here we are. This is the total crypto market cap chart to give perspective. And I know I talk about these charts a lot, but I constantly come back to this because as things do get overheated on the short term, I have to always zoom out, look at a weekly, just to give you perspective. This candle that's happening right now, this is just breaking all-time high on this chart. And if we look at last cycle at this moment, this is where we are, right? On this total crypto market cap chart. And what I want to point out is we are not even anywhere near as overheated as we were at this moment last cycle, right? This is just entering the overbought territory. So we have an entire bull market to look forward to. And there's on-chain data that actually says the same thing. If we look at this, this is an article from Bitcoin Magazine. Basically, on-chain data shows the Bitcoin price bull run is far from over. And I'll add to that, it's just beginning. So historically, discussing the MVRV Z-score, historically, this metric signals overheated markets when it enters the red zone, while the green zone suggests widespread losses and potential undervaluation. So if you just look at the chart, look at where we are in the chart. And I don't think you can see it. Let me move it over. There you go. So that's where we are, all the way to the right of the screen. Look at last bull market entering that red zone, right? That overheated zone. Look at 2 bull markets ago. Just look at every swing high, all-time high for Bitcoin, and look at that orange line going crazy. Look where we are now. You can even just kind of go to last cycle around December 2020, which is basically, if we're really digging into the zoomed in, November 2024 is very similar to December 2020. Look where it is. It's right where we are actually right now. And then you go 2 cycles ago to May 2017, kind of where we are right now in the cycle. This orange line, right where we are, right around where we are right now. So this is very beginning of the bull market. I genuinely think that. So let's start talking about Bitcoin price, and then we'll talk about altcoin season. So this is Ali charts. If history is any guide, Bitcoin could peak between 173 and 461,000 by October 2025. I really think October is a good frame of reference just to kind of get a sense of how long could this last. And that's really based off historical cycles, right? October. And so I thought his range was interesting because everybody has a different range. I don't know what your range is out there, everybody, but I'm sure you're somewhere in here. And his range that I think he's using, it looks like some type of Fibonacci swing highs, higher highs. I'm not exactly sure. He didn't really go into the detail of what he's using for that range. But the range that we have on this YouTube channel for Bitcoin is kind of similar, not as parabolic, but upwards to around $300,000. Remember, it's a measured move of this head to the neckline. And then the measured price move is we're looking at around 130. So 130 up to almost 300,000 is my range for Bitcoin. And just to give you a sense, that might have sounded crazy back here, right? Maybe we're talking about Bitcoin at $50,000, $55,000. We're speculating if it's going to put in this right shoulder of the inverse head and shoulders. And we have this breakout target, let's say up to 130 to 300. We're looking at 150% to 400 some percent gains. Well, now, this was not even long ago, but now Bitcoin from the lower range is it's a 33% move, everybody. A 33% move to the first target. So getting well within this range, I think, is so in play considering where we are in this cycle. I always do it with caution, but I do like to use bars pattern to give an idea, right? So if we go at this moment last cycle on the Bitcoin charts, this is a weekly, by the way, and just extend it through the bull market and just kind of bring it over. Just look at that, right? Into the 200s, 100% in play. Maybe because we have a supply shock happening. Maybe because governments are just going to start stockpiling Bitcoin. Maybe because we have the US Bitcoin reserve in play and it's going to start. Maybe it does go parabolic. Maybe we do enter the upper range, right? So again, we're at the beginning of this bull cycle, genuinely think it, but we have to prepare for what the dips along the way could look like. So here's Bitcoin on the daily chart. I can't believe it's so close to $100,000 right now. And the thing that gets me is the anticipation of, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen today? Wait, this could be minutes away, or this is what gets me. Is it such a mental barrier that it's one of those things where, nah, I'm going to change my mind. And then it just starts consolidating, very just typical technical analysis move, right? Pulling into the 20-day, and we're in the lower 90s, maybe even the upper 80s, and we're testing the 50 and 20. And we're going to look back and be like, man, dude, we were just so close. I was just doing a live stream. It was % away. And we're going to go through like multi-week consolidation, and we have to try again later, right? Maybe we try again in December. That's what gets me, is waiting to see what the technical setup will be. If Bitcoin does break through $100,000, what is that going to look like? Is there going to be separation from the $100,000 with some type of velocity, right? 105, 110. Getting separation so that we have 100,000 as support? Or is it just going to be a brief wick above and then down, and then we're consolidating again? We have to give it another try to get that explosive move through. That's what is really exciting for me. Let's talk about some altcoins. Before I do, everybody, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, the live stream, Crypto.com, making moves. I have to go over their roadmap in another video, all of the massive things that they are doing. But they're expanding, they're growing, they have so much on their roadmap. Smoothest app, everybody. Click the link in the description. But just check out some of these. They have these cards. I have one here. It's metal. They're Crypto.com cards. But just check this out. If you get a Ruby Steel, for instance, if you lock only just 500 of their CRO token, you're getting 2% CRO rewards on everyday spending. So I genuinely like the idea of, especially in a bull market, you're just seeing your gains, your portfolio's going up, and you're using this card it's directly just connected to your Crypto.com account. You're using it at the store, dinner, whatever, and you're getting cash back. I like the thought of that, the idea of that. Make sure you're tracking, right? Because if you sell for dinner or something, if you're in gains, you got to pay taxes on that. So make sure you're tracking all that. But look at this, $5,000, only $5,000 locked, 3.5%. cash back. $50,000 locked, 5%, not cash back, but CRO back. No limit. So really cool just feature, but they have so many different features. So sign up with the CCV link below. Start trading, get $50 back from crypto.com. So shout out to them for sponsoring the channel. Just such a clean brand and doing so much for the crypto space. Bitcoin dominance. This is getting interesting from a couple different perspectives. If you look at this chart, I don't know if you see what I see, but last Bitcoin halving right here, and I think it's actually, I probably need to move this back a couple of weeks, but there's the last Bitcoin halving. Here is Bitcoin dominance falling. Here's this Bitcoin halving. And do you just see the time frame of this, how this is playing out right now? So from last Bitcoin halving to that fall, we're looking at around 217 days or so. From the most previous Bitcoin halving to where we are right now, we are 210 days. So historically, if we're looking at last cycle alone, and by the way, we can go back 2 cycles ago, or 3 cycles ago, or whatever that was, and we can see when Bitcoin dominance started falling, 224 days. So historically, being 210 days past Bitcoin halving, we're not even just there yet. If we really want to dig into the days, in the next 7 to 14 days, if history just repeated exact, we'll start seeing this fall. I'm not one to sit here and say that it's going to repeat exact, but the way that this is coming together, it's so crypto because these cycles have been so consistent. So I'll be very curious to see if this really does start falling between really now and the next 2 weeks. But look at what's happening though. Even on this weekly candle, getting a little bit of a wick. I don't want to get my hopes up. And by the way, I do. I'm a person that wants to see altcoin season absolutely just destroy Bitcoin. I want to see that happen. I want to see a ridiculous parabolic altcoin bull market. And in that environment, Bitcoin will be going crazy as well. Just not as crazy as altcoins. But just look at this wick on this weekly candle. 2 days, 7 hours left. We're at the lower end of this lower high Fibonacci. And this is around where Bitcoin kind of topped out last cycle. So I'll be very curious to see what happens. I mean, and all we can do is just kind of sit here, wait, and watch these markets. And you can just see right now, Bitcoin just around $99,000. Let's pivot, talk about some of these altcoins. So, where are we at? Rick, I think, and I just want to say I agree with this. I think Blackrock is buying ADA for an ETF. I mean, that's actually a great title for a YouTube video. Great title. Rick, I agree. If they're not, I think that's very silly considering all of the bullish headlines. And the other thing is, I think about this a lot, is I do see the ETF guys, the institution guys, they really are. They're like all about SUI. They're all about Solana. And I'm just wondering, when is it going to be that they see as value investors why Cardano makes sense? And I'm wondering if it's going to be the SpaceX headlines that finally catches their attention. The US potentially using Cardano for elections. Is that what's going to catch their attention? I don't know what it is going to be, but the longer they wait, I mean, the less we can even take them seriously, because part of value investing is kind of having foresight, right? And not waiting to just start buying the top. And that's what I'm wondering. BlackRock would be very smart if they are buying ADA right now. So we'll see, right? But here's what the ADA charts look like. Again, similar to Bitcoin, I'm doing a live stream. Don't think Bitcoin's going to break 100,000 on my live stream. I don't think Cardano's going to break $1 on my live stream. In fact, I'm very surprised. I started this live stream. Cardano's not, down 10% yet. So this is what the ADA chart looks like though. And I think in the title, I have XRP, XRP Parabolic. Did I put XRP Parabolic? Because I want to show you something actually. We're going to look at XRP charts, but look at the swing low. This is a weekly chart, 3 weeks, 200% in 3 weeks. And then look at XRP, also around 200%. in 3 weeks. So they're both kind of parabolic. Let's start with ADA. There's so much to talk about in relation to ADA. And I think I want to start on the daily. So I'm on the weekly. Let me just change this to a daily chart. All right. So I think I did a video last night. I mentioned in the video that this chart is useless to me. And I forget where we were, but I think we were in the 80s. I don't think we were even above 90 cents. I don't remember, but the chart is useless because there's no structure. So what I did was I zoomed in on the 4-hour chart and we started just kind of analyzing structure and just kind of watching what Cardano is doing. And it figures, I don't have any of my lines, but it was basically this pattern. And I posted about it yesterday, and the target to the upside is $1.05. So this rising channel, again, for Bitcoin, whatever altcoins, I just love these setups in bull markets. I say it all the time, but this is just such an epic setup. What I was discussing in the video was how is the candle, how are we going to close in this area, right? The upper trend line. And ADA answered me. I kind of thought we were going to just consolidate again. ADA broke out to the upside. Did not break $1 yet. $1.05 is a target. Remember, throwbacks happen. So support right now for ADA in the short term, to really get technical, I'd be looking at the upper trend line. What happens in the mid 80s, right? So ADA right now could fall to the trend line around 10%. What happens there? Is there support? And is there a case at that support where ADA can fall and then bounce to its target of $1.05? Or better yet, I have a better idea. Can ADA just make a move to $1.05 once I end the live stream? It sounds crazy to even talk about $1.05 because just weeks ago we were doing videos at 35 cents, but we're at around 96 cents now. So $1.05 move is not even a 10% move. So for an altcoin like ADA, this could be one candle, one very simple 4-hour candle. ADA can hit its target of $1.05. It could happen today. At that area, I would, normally I look at resistance in those areas, right? So $1.05 resistance and then consolidation, some type of short-term structure. But I do want to mention something. If we go to the daily chart and we zoom out, maybe I should go to a weekly chart. And you can see my tab. I have so many tabs open, everybody, I'm telling you. That's why my chart is struggling. So on the weekly, we have, actually, I want to bring this up too. Very nice to see ADA with, and I should mention, still 2 days, 7 hours left of this weekly candle. We want to see it close above this wick. It's around 80 cents. A lot can happen in the next 2 days, 7 hours. So let's see how ADA closes, but very nice to see it above that previous swing high. We're putting in a higher high. This is ADA reversing out of the entire bear market into its parabolic bull. It's the first higher high out of that. So that's a big move. 200-week moving average, just below that, around 75 cents. But what I want to talk about was this swing high back here. This is really the next midterm target for ADA. Very big resistance area. We might find ourselves in this environment where ADA is just breaking the $1.05 short-term target and still it just keeps going. Maybe around $1.25 would be that first macro resistance where we do see a big volatile dip of some sort for ADA. And I'm talking about one of those bull market dips we all know are likely to happen. We don't want it to happen, but they happen. 20, 30, 40% dips. That's in play, always in my mind. Whether it happens or not, don't care. I'm just always ready for it, and I don't want to ever be surprised by it. But that $1.25 area for ADA is that next target. So yeah, we were just on the 4-hour talking about $1.05. $1.25 is the more meaningful midterm target. So those are my thoughts on Cardano on the weekly. And then just to give a sense of the monthly chart, because the monthly chart is just something else. Look at this. And look at the timeline. Do you see this? Bitcoin halving last cycle to big breakout for ADA into the bull market last cycle. 214 days. Bitcoin halving this cycle to this massive monthly candle. 214 days. This is what I've been saying. Even in a bear market, follow the cycles, zoom out, be patient. This is why I've been so determined to just put out consistent content, even in a bear market, because I want to be positioned. I want to be here for this moment. And it's playing out very nicely so far. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, like, getting overly confident, but it's playing out very nicely so far. The monthly candle, almost 200%. I don't know. What was this monthly candle back here? Even from the wick to the high. Okay, that's 1,000%. That's ridiculous. How about last bull cycle? What was this candle right here? It's a big one. That was 350%. And then the candle before that, I'm just curious. Swing low to swing high, 150%. I mean, this candle that's playing out right now is it's like a top 3 candle for ADA on the monthly. For a coin that supposedly is not doing anything, I would say that's pretty epic. And I want to actually go to a post that I just did, and then I'm going to cruise over to XRP. I want to check out XRP. Where was this post? It was just reposting. Somebody, commented on the ADA post. I'm still getting these a lot, everybody. This is incredibly bullish data. I'm getting it. And not only, I was on a different live stream. I saw somebody talking trash about ADA. It's very bullish. You want to see this. Who even uses this? And even the influencers that just talk trash on Cardano, they're changing their tunes. And these guys, probably the followers of those people, they're not even caught on yet. This is bullish. This is bullish data. But they asked, who's using Cardano? And I just said, for one, it's likely that the United States of America is looking into using it for a federal blockchain-based elections voting system. I'd say that's something. But also governments for identity and supply chain solutions, banks for staking and financial innovations, academics for research and educational applications, tech companies for dApps and AI, businesses for transparent operations. Just a few things. I just wanted to kind of end the Cardano segment with that. I mean, this one alone, the recent news of this, and I'm still curious about the SpaceX, the Charles and SpaceX NDA. I genuinely hope it's not just like an NDA about Charles going to space, because that would be a bummer. But we'll see what that is. But just this alone, United States of America looking into using it for federal blockchain. It's next level, everybody. So that's ADA on the charts. Let's look at XRP. And I want to start with a clip. This was from 9 days ago. Check this out real quick. And XRP is one of those coins that just out of nowhere explodes, at least from the history that I've seen on the charts. And I mean, back here in 2017 is a great example. I'm not going to just, I actually am. I'm going to take a bars pattern and I'm just going to measure that move. I genuinely think a move like this will happen for XRP. I just think it's going to just explode out of nowhere. And I don't know. So, and this is just because, like, in my early days in crypto back in 2017, this is how I remember XRP. And this is how crypto is in general. Just, let's not lose sight of that. Cryptos, not just XRP, they explode out of nowhere. Look at ADA right now. Look at other cryptos. But XRP, I just specifically remember. And then it fell into this environment that was very unique for any crypto to be in for a very long time. The environment of next level regulatory pressure. And so it's been a pressure cooker anyway. And being the type of crypto that can make a move like this with no longer having that pressure, Gensler resigning yesterday, this is why I think that move could happen. And just look, that was 9 days ago. And look how this XRP chart has progressed so far. And I'm not sitting here saying that we can take the bars pattern again. I'm not saying that like it's going to play out exactly like this, right? Like, because this is a weekly chart. So 1, 2, the next 3 weeks, XRP is going to 585. I'm not saying that. Keep in mind, this weekly chart, this move XRP made was at the end of a bull market. So this chart needs to pace itself. But XRP has so much upside, and all the pressure, regulatory pressure that it's had, the handcuffs that it's had on, they're gone. They're released. So XRP can continue to overperform throughout the bull market. And with that being said, I do want to mention, again, I don't think we're going to get just this exact parabolic move. The next 3 weeks, we're going to $6. But I did want to point out this chart because it's notable. The community is huge. And right now, I would say where XRP is right now is probably a very important macro resistance area. But you better believe this cycle around, some people want to be like, man, last cycle, it didn't even break all-time high. Again, last cycle, it was dealing with something that no other cryptos were dealing with the SEC. The fact that it even did this is crazy. But now, it'll break its all-time highs that go back 2 cycles ago to January. It looks like January 2018. It'll break all-time highs. It's just the path to get there will be interesting to see. And just like every other crypto, we have to evaluate resistance levels, big dips along the way, what crypto markets are doing in general. But this is just the way it is. So I'm scrolling down. I'm just trying to look at ADA dominance. ADA dominance back above 1%. That's notable. I didn't even see that. And XRP, ETH is about to break out. Did a segment on Ethereum yesterday. The stock RSIs are just looking so incredible on Ethereum right now. If I even open up the MACD, it is just getting that MACD crossing above the signal line. Histogram growing green. Ethereum is about to absolutely explode. I'm just scrolling down. I'm trying to see what else is doing well. It's just, I see XRP. I see AVAX is doing well. Again, similar to Ethereum. Anytime I see these blue chips, like look at AVAX. Let me say, ADA's in the middle of its move, escaping that just, what's it doing? Is it ever going to wake up? ADA's doing it. XRP is doing it. But I really think AVAX holders have something similar to look forward to. You can see AVAX just starting to make the moves, hasn't broken previous swing highs that we see back in March 2024. Another one would probably be, I thought I just saw Polkadot. There it is. Another one would probably be DOT. They have a lot of bullish fundamentals going on right now. It's just a matter of timing. You just don't know exactly when it's going to happen. For me, when I'm studying XRP charts, ADA charts, Ethereum charts, these are things that I've studied for years. These are things where I really just I have a really strong sense from studying the cycles and having more historical data on the charts to really chart what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. But something like DOT, it's just kind of like, I don't know when. I don't really have an idea. I just think that explosive move is coming for Polkadot, for AVAX, and for others. So I did want to take a glance on the ADA BTC chart. I was curious about the weekly. I haven't looked at it, but this is what I'm talking about. ADA making a move above the 50-week moving average. Still have that 200-week moving average to contend with. There's a lot in store for this bull market, everybody. This chart kind of lays that out. But you can see around 93% move against Bitcoin for the 200-week moving average. That is a massive move, I suspect. If you go back to the ADA chart, and I want to change this because I need to be on a different chart that I have saved. But we've talked about on ADA the bull market doors for ADA. Let me change this to a weekly. So the bull market doors for ADA is, if we're looking at this, the 200-week moving average and this $1, 25 area. So right there, ADA's in it. If ADA makes that explosive move through it, I suspect ADA on the BTC pair will be approaching that key area of resistance. And it's just, things are going to get crazy. Things will get crazy quick. So charts looking really good, everybody, all across the board, no matter what you're holding. What else? What else you guys got out there? We got like 7,200 people on here, 574 likes. Let's get to at least 10%. That's always my goal as a YouTuber. Like, just at least give me 10% likes. 720. Where was... I wanted to mention dog. I've been covering dog. I'm so bullish on dog. I think it's going to be my top play. I really do. You see how good Cardano is doing. I think dog is going to be my top play with that context. But I just posted, I'm not questioning dog at all. This is not a game you zoom in on, and it really just isn't, no matter what crypto you're holding. And we kind of just got a sense of that on, AVAX and DOT. But zoom out and let dog create its own path. It's doing great. Dog hasn't even gotten listed on tier 1 yet. If it breaks $1 billion market cap without a tier 1, that will just give everybody a taste of how bullish this thing is. That's unprecedented. If it reaches $1 billion market cap, and look how close it is right now, it's hanging out. So early stage Doge vibes. This was back in, this was Doge in orange back in last cycle. Right now, even Doge was around almost the same exact market cap as dog is right now. It's like $600-700 million market cap. And look what Doge went on to do. And many people probably getting frustrated with Doge back in those days, right? Like, look, right here, Doge is not going to do anything. Little dip right there, 400 some million, Doge is not going to do anything. And then just look what it did, right? And look what it's doing now. So dog, the number one meme coin on Bitcoin, $2 trillion in liquidity coming from Bitcoin alone. Tier 1 listings not even here yet. I am so bullish on this token. So I wanted to mention dog because I've been covering it so much on my YouTube channel. So people hype. People are definitely, the chat is definitely looking very bullish. And speaking of, I'm talking about dog. Somebody wants to see Doge. Doge has been making its move, right? Like it's approaching all-time highs. But the thing about it is, right now, it's at what, 40? It's at $40 billion market cap, right? That's basically, or no, it's at $59 billion market cap. Look at this. Approaching all-time high. Is it going to approach all-time high? Is it going to break all-time high? Yes, it will. But from a gains perspective, and especially with the recent pump of Doge, for me, it's not even up for debate. It's no question. If you're bullish on Doge, if you've been a holder and you're still longing it, props to you. Enjoy it. I want the best for you. I'm sure you break all-time high. But just to give you a sense, even if it gets to all-time high, it's 62% gain. And then even if it actually goes to like, $180 billion market cap, that's 200% gain. For me, when you have something like the number one meme coin on Bitcoin, the first time Bitcoin has meme coins, with all of that liquidity and the fact that it's on Bitcoin, you have basically still, because it's under $1 billion market cap, you have an entire Doge play in play. I don't see what the point would be for me, the type of person I am, the type of investor I am. I don't see the purpose of holding Doge compared to dog. Dog has like 50 to 100x upside. Doge has like 200% upside to get to, and that's like a very high market cap. So those are just my thoughts. I'm not trying to talk trash on Doge. I'm a fan of Doge. I'm a fan of Elon. I'm a fan of Department of Government Efficiency. I'm a fan of it all. But from a bull market play, like this is, I don't know. I might look back on this and just be wrong. This could be like my worst call ever. But this reminds me of last cycle ADA, before ADA exploded, but even better. So I don't know. That's dog. There's my dog tangent. Dog on Bitcoin. It's going to the moon. It's going to the moon. I haven't even mentioned it's completely free, fair, distributed, decentralized. There's no team allocation. No influencers being paid. I'm not being paid to talk about dog. I hold dog. I got the airdrop because I was early on Bitcoin ordinals and stuff, but I bought a ton of dog. I'm bullish on it. I guess my channel, let it go to zero, everybody. Let my channel go to zero. Dog will be my best play. Tracking my crypto journey, Maximilian. I'm not shilling dog, but I'm excited about it. And I don't know. Maybe it will destroy my channel. But my channel stats have not signaled that at all. Everybody asking for ADA. I haven't sat down and really thought about this. I have to sit down and really think about this. I'm very curious to see what comes into play in terms of all these speculative news headlines. But you do know on this chart, we kind of have a very simple reference point for ADA, like $10 ADA being $350 billion, so in play. This swing high area, I just think like $8 to $10 is a very conservative, realistic, fair number for bull season for ADA, but I haven't really sat down to figure out what exact number I want to put on that. I'll do a video. I'll do a full video on it. It's only up from here, Dan. Dog, Sneck, Sugar, ADA. That's great. So y'all know Dog, meme coin on Bitcoin, Sneck and Sugar, meme coins on Cardano, and ADA is ADA. By the way, everybody, Cardano ecosystem just exploding. It really is. So what else? I'm trying to see what else y'all talking about. Thanks for the super chat, Mike. Appreciate that. I really do. I see super chats coming in. I need to shout them out better. But to buy Dog, Digital Asset News, Rob over there at Digital Asset News, he did a whole video about it. But the Xverse app, the Bitcoin app, Bitcoin wallet app, basically, you download that, put some Bitcoin in there, and they have a pretty simple swap feature within their app. It's very easy to buy Dog. And again, tier 1 exchanges, I think, they're imminent. They are so close. I don't want to bring negativity here, but I do want to point this out. Because I get comments like this, or even messages. This guy is a scammer. He stole 500 from me and blocked me. I have DM proof. This is just a massive warning to everybody, especially if you're new in crypto and you're not used to this sort of thing. I have scammers and impersonators everywhere. If somebody messages you on Instagram, Telegram, X, anywhere, it's not me. And I want to make that announcement. They're going to steal your money. They're going to say, send me this, I'll trade for you or whatever, and then they'll block you. Please, I will never message any of you. I don't run any type of advisory. I'm not doing any of that stuff. All right. Cody. Let me see if I have a Cody chart. I have a Cody chart. I'm trying to open it. I'm telling you, my computer. So from an altcoin perspective, what chart is this? This is Binance. Is that all the history of this chart? No, it's my computer. So I want to bring up Cody. Everybody, the Cody chart is your typical, and this is my opinion on price action of Cody. Cody's setup right now is your typical beginning of the bull market. Man, why isn't it doing anything chart? It's the typical people are bullish on Cody. They see XRP exploding. They see ADA exploding. They get rid of their Cody and they start buying, XRP after 200, 300, 400% gains. And then finally, this altcoin chart explodes. Cody's not crazy low cap, but it's lower cap than your blue chips and some others. The lower caps, sometimes they really do just take a minute. And then they finally make their move eventually. I think this chart is going to explode. That's just me. And I want to just also say, the project, what they're working on from a privacy perspective, and the tech that they're using, the team that they have, Shahaf Bar-Geffen at the helm, it's just such a good project. So I think it's going to perform very well in the bull market. But again, this is early stage bull market, and we still have some time to go. So a lot of people have been talking about Cody. I think Cody looks so bullish. And by the way, I've recruited for Cody for years now, really, my recruiting firm. So the team is awesome. They're legit. Thank you for the super chat. Theme event. Appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the bull market. I hope all y'all enjoy the bull market. So you think ADA will break all-time high? And what's the time frame for alt season? So I do think ADA will break all-time high. I know it sounds crazy and hard to believe. I keep opening up these charts and they're just not loading. What a shame. But timing of altcoin season, as mentioned, you know, I've mentioned it a lot of times, and I probably actually will keep mentioning. I'm always revisiting. Altcoin season historically has not even started yet. So it's the beginning of December, this purple line that you see here. So that's why when I said November this cycle is like December 2020 of last cycle. So you can see right now, kind of this move was the end of December. Bitcoin, this is total crypto market cap breaking all-time high. It's what's happening now. And then altcoin season started in January, right here on this total crypto market cap chart. So you can see we're not even there yet, but this time would be December. And then going back to the ADA charts, this is ADA BTC. Here's ADA. Yes. Just to give you a sense too, like things have changed very quickly. From where ADA is right now to all-time high, now we're only 200%. Let's actually put that into perspective. ADA, in the matter of weeks, just made a move of just over 200%. We are only 200% away from all-time high. And altcoin season hasn't even started yet. So to answer your question, do I think ADA will break all-time high? With that data alone, I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty convincing that it's not only possible, but likely. As long as we get an altcoin season, as long as we, you know, don't see some type of black swan event, something crazy going on, that seems very, very likely. Let's look at Ethereum highs. I want to change this to a weekly. Maybe it'll be easier to load the Ethereum chart. Ethereum's going to destroy all-time highs. Ethereum right now is only 46% away from all-time high. And that's within this environment where Ethereum has not even woken up yet. So put aside the purple line where historically altcoin season starts. Altcoin season hasn't even started, but this chart has not even woken up. Like these momentum oscillators are just now signaling something bullish happening on the weekly. So I genuinely think when Ethereum breaks out, all-time highs are going to happen within days. It's going to be a move within days. I mean, we could literally be, if crypto doesn't get its consolidation that I've just been anticipating, it still hasn't happened. But if we don't get like this consolidation, 20% dip, and crypto actually does keep just bullish, we could be in this type of environment, I don't know, next Wednesday, and people will be talking about like, man, that could be the headline. Ethereum's about to break all-time high. That's how quick Ethereum is going to do what it's going to do, in my opinion. Somebody said, check. I don't know. Somebody said check ADA, but we're still at 98 cents. We're not at $1. Cardano hurting Ethereum? I think Cardano is going to, I don't think it's like a short-term thing, but I think slowly over the course of even months and years, and I think it's already started to happen. Right? So maybe what you're referring to is on the macro. Is Cardano hurting Ethereum? I mean, yeah, I think actually it is. But on the short term, I don't think that's what's happening with like Ethereum chart right now. I don't think it's like Cardano's exploding, Ethereum's not because Cardano is overtaking. I think it's just a cyclical thing. Cryptos take turns. That's been the case for every cycle. That's what's happening right now. That's the Cardano Ethereum dynamic. And the other thing is Ethereum's been around longer. The percentage gains that Ethereum is going to see compared to something like Cardano, they're just going to be less, right? Cardano this cycle is more like Ethereum last cycle. So Ethereum is becoming just more and more like a Bitcoin. You're not going to see as much gains. Next cycle, that's going to be the story for Cardano. Please make note of that, right? This cycle, very bullish on ADA price action. And I've been bullish because all that upside is still there for ADA. Really, really, really nice gains for a blue chip with these crazy fundamentals. And then over the long term, as far as like market share and interest and even institutional interest on the macro, I do think Cardano is going to take a lot of that market share from Ethereum, because it's becoming very clear. Institutions right now are even pivoting you can see they're pivoting their eyes, their interest from Ethereum to like Solana, to Sui, because they're like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? But I think they're going to be let down by the fundamentals of those things. No hate. They're gonna perform insane. They obviously already are. What is it? They're both breaking all-time high. But from a long-term macro perspective, Cardano, I think, will be the one to deliver, and for people to institutions to end up being like, yes, this makes sense. And it's because of how it's built. It's because, hey, this is actually decentralized. Hey, this is actually secure and trustless. And now we have the headlines that really help that. I don't know what's going on with SpaceX, for instance, but if there's going to be anybody that, if Elon Musk wants to implement blockchain for something related to SpaceX, right? Or even if he's going to be, pitching ideas for government, Elon Musk is a genius. I don't think he's going to be the type of person that is going to look at Solana, understand the technicals, and be okay with that, using that. You need something reliable, something that doesn't have any downtime. And I'm telling you, Cardano is that one, and it's secure. So when you have smart people like Elon taking notice, which I think he will, I think that's then when institutions and big money will be like, oh, I get it. I have to check Litecoin. I'm seeing it in the chat. Where's my Litecoin? Come on, I know I have it open. I have a chart somewhere. I'm so disorganized with this mess. Look at this mess. Come on, Litecoin. I just want to say, shout out to the meme coin pivot that Litecoin has made. So epic. I think of just such an epic move. I really want to see Litecoin break out. It has been just one of those underperformers over the years. And I think the narrative shift that it's taken, I don't know if it's going to last, but the meme coin narrative shift, I think, is a very good idea. You can even see, since they did it, we're getting some upside for Litecoin. I would love to see it start testing those previous swing highs from last cycle, $200, $300. And I would absolutely love to see Litecoin just break all-time highs. The community, anybody still holding Litecoin would be just awesome. I'm not going to do SNEC analysis, but I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you. I appreciate the SNEC community, everybody. I do. I wish SNEC people would realize, I appreciate them and I'm rooting for them, but it just wasn't my play. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't my play. My play is dog. But that doesn't mean that I don't support the Cardano meme coin SNEC. Nah, it doesn't mean that at all. I do. I get so many comments from SNEC people like, come on, why, what's the deal? I don't have a problem with SNEC. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate y'all. Fun live stream. Just did Cody. Fun live stream. Man, it's hard to end a live stream when ADA is a penny away from $1, and and Bitcoin is $900 away from 100,000. Should this be just one of those live streams where I just sit here? Just check the chats. Let me see here. Link, chain link. I'm looking for chain link. I was watching, what is it? Maybe Discover Crypto. They were talking about Chainlink over there. Not going to be, they were saying not going to be the most, bullish, outperforming, overperforming crypto, but I think it's definitely a low risk play. And I agree with that 100%. But Chainlink's another one. I mean, it's making a little bit move from this previous swing low to where it is right now. It's up 50%, but it's just another one. These cryptos that are just kind of like, man, why? And this is really good. A good thing to talk about for people that are kind of new in crypto. Maybe you're out there on the live stream and you're new to crypto. Crypto is this thing where, especially a crypto bull market, you're going to have cryptos. Maybe you ended up in one that's not doing a lot. And then all of a sudden you have something like, what ADA's doing right now. And you're going to want to go chase that. And I'm not giving advice. I'm not trying to give financial advice at all. You're going to want to chase that. And you're going to want to get rid of your, in this case, let's just say it's Chainlink, right? If you do that and you chase those swing highs of other cryptos so often, and I bet you there's so many people in this chat that could just, and if you're out there, smash the like button if this is you, if this happened to you. So often, the coin you were holding will absolutely explode once you sell it. And it's a meme, but it's not a joke. It's exactly what happens. So be very careful chasing gains, everybody, please. Because, and again, it's not financial advice, but be very careful chasing gains because it's cyclical. I mean, I like Xverse wallet is good for a dog. Unisat is a wallet, but I would probably say Xverse because I think they have a pretty, Digital Asset News covered it for dog on Bitcoin. They have a good, pretty decent swap feature on there. Yes. Do not chase. See? Look at everybody. You see everybody in the chats? Do not chase. It's true. Don't chase. Look, not financial advice, but check it out. You better swap something that pumped 200% into something that didn't pump yet. Not financial advice, but not a bad perspective at all for a bull market. It's really not. Somebody said, is ADA going to break $1 or not? It's a great question. Where's my ADA chart? Can't believe it's $0.015. And where's Bitcoin? So there's Link. So back to Link. Link, just to give you a sense, Link is 200. Interesting. Link is 200 some percent away from all-time high. And if you look at ADA, ADA is around 200% away from all-time high. So pretty cool dynamic. And again, I think the thing to focus on when we're looking at how far are things away from all-time high at this moment, we have to remember where we are in this cycle. And for me, it's kind of like we're not even at altcoin season yet, right? So these altcoins are just now trying to break out. They're just now trying to break this, which was a previous swing high back here. So we have to really just kind of be patient in regards to all of the altcoins. And because altcoin season is not here yet, we have to allow for big dips in these markets. I think they're going to come, everybody. Maybe I'm wrong. I like to just be on the safe side and anticipate massive dips. And in the context of the total crypto market cap chart, for me, it's very simple. I will be watching the 20-week moving average as it kind of relates to where total crypto market cap is. I'm not saying I'm waiting for just big dips right to it, but pulling into it a little bit is, I think, necessary. It's important. And that could be 10%, 20%, even 30% dips for these markets. So be very ready for red weeks because they very much can happen. And I think they very much will happen. You even go back 2 cycles ago, because I think there's a lot to compare between this cycle and 2 cycles ago. A lot of similarities, but look at this. There's a whole month of consolidation, red candles. Was that the top? Was that it? No, it's a breather, right? Before the next leg up. even back here, right after altcoin season started back in 2017, spring of 2017, 3 weeks to downside, visiting the 20-week moving average. Is that it? Was that it? Is it over? No, it's actually just beginning. It just needed a little bit of a dip, right? So, and we're looking at almost a 30% dip at that time. These are the moves I'm talking about. Let's be prepared for them so that when they're happening, we can just realistically track it and say, okay, this has happened in previous cycles. Let's watch to see if support holds and if we continue into the bull market. And also, what are the narratives? What's Trump doing, right? So Trump's not even in office yet. What are institutions doing? What are on-chain metrics doing? Like what's the MVRVZ score doing? Where is it, right? On this chart. Are we overheated yet? Are we not overheated? There's so many different questions that go into where we are in the cycle and answering the question, is it over? Is it over yet? So that's it. I think what I should do, 8 to 2 cents below $1. Bitcoin is $1,000 below 100,000. I'll end the live stream because it's been clear. This is not going to happen while I'm live. So I'm going to do you all the favor, and I am going to end the live stream. It was a good live stream. It was a fun live stream. A lot to be excited about, everybody. But please be prepared. Be prepared for dips. Please manage your portfolio safely. Have a plan. If we get this bull market, if it's delivered to us, have a plan and stay humble. Don't get overly hyped. Just relax. Take a chill pill. Zoom out on the charts. It's going to be a volatile ride. I really think it is. And I think there's a lot in store. If you're out there right now, everybody, hit the subscribe, turn notifications on. Going to be a fun bull market. If you're not signed up with crypto.com, sponsor of today's video, hit the link below, start trading, get $50. And shout out to them for sponsoring the video. Appreciate you all. If things progress, you all know I will absolutely be doing another video later. It is that season. So I'll see you in the next video. Have a really good day and God bless.